Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our recap of Pyanodons on Twitch. So, we've been very busy today on the Twitch stream. In a quintessence, in a nutshell, the thing we did today is we did do the next level of science, which is... Where is it again? Where is it again? It should be over here somewhere. Is it over here? Is it over there? Oh, God, where is it? It could be anywhere. There it is. The Pi Science Pack 1. This took... Well, where is our milestone thingy? This took 42 hours and 26 minutes to get here. Yeah, that gives you a good description of how complicated Pyanodons is. You can probably get there faster if you're probably not playing this on Twitch. You can probably do it in half the time, but since we're playing this on Twitch, well, let's put it like this. I get distracted a lot, especially with names. Which reminds me, I do have to put some more names in. I'll do that right after the stream, or the recording, I mean. Sorry about that. I actually just ended the stream, so I'm still a bit in between mindsets. Nevertheless, so what is the big part about the next science pack? Well, the big part over here was setting up the farm over here for our rocks. The rocks over here are quintessential in making latex. These are your only source for latex for a while, and they're not a direct source, they're an indirect source. We don't need them for the latex directly. We need them to make the formic acid, and the formic acid is what we need to make the latex. And the latex is the thing that we need to make the rubber stoppers, and the rubber stoppers is what we need to make the glassware, and the glassware is what we need to make the science pack. There we go. So we set up a little bit of a breeding panel over here. The optimal ratio for one latex machine is 16 of these farms, but you do need a couple of extra farms to make the eggs over here, because these over here, they do require like 0.5 caged rocks per crafting iteration. And I did not really do like a full calculation of how much we actually need. I just added like 25% on top to cover for this, and I thought to myself, yeah, it'll probably be good. It will probably be good. Good! And that is exactly what we did over here. Now, we do have some small issues in the base at the moment. We do have the issue that moss over here is not being made fast enough. And that is one of our to-dos we're going to be doing on the next stream. Increase our moss production. Also, we kind of ran out of power at some point in time. Not fully out of power, but if you remember, we have this little coal field over there. And what's that? Yeah, that's 287 coal. That thing over there is running out faster, as you might think. And I had to tap over here into this coal field. I actually did not want to tap into this coal field for power over here in the what we call the stupid power plant over there, which is basically just, what is that? 24 boilers in 12 steam engines. And yes, that is the correct ratio. The boilers make 7.5 steam per second, and the steam engines take 15. So yeah, making power like that, not a lot of fun. What we actually want to do, and that's also currently what we are researching, we actually want to go into geothermal power. And we are slowly making our way over there. But first and foremost, let's have a look at the latex production over here. You might remember from a previous episode where I've talked about this a little bit, but this thing over here is now working. As we can see over here, the latex is going on the belt. It's not a lot, it's a bit. And that is enough. Let's follow this belt and let's see where we end up with this. Because this thing over here goes pretty much through the base. We've made a big, massive spaghetti monster. And we're going to keep it like this. Also, I can't go through there. I have to go around. Ignore Trash Island over there. Trash Island over there is where, well, where the trash people live. And the latex goes this way. There we go. And then even further. Ignore this. This is fine as well. And then even further, and the latex goes all the way over here. Here is where we make the rubber stoppers, and we actually have quite a bit of rubber stoppers over here. Lovely. We also have quite a bit of glassware. We are probably waiting on basic substrate. Perfect. Now, for the basic substrate, the problem we have over here is that we're not making enough of the cellulose. Now, the whole recipe over here is pretty straightforward. We take some cellulose, we take some incubated petri dishes, and some moss. Now, as we all already know, moss is being made over here, and the issue over here is just, we're just not making it fast enough. We probably have to double this one down. We've got enough stone coming in. Even the Kerrigan over here now has a good use. We just used it, I think, somewhere down the line for either power or something else. So the kerosene over there is also being used up in a good amount. It's still being cracked over here into kerosene and other stuff. But yes, now let's maybe have a quick peek at these Petri dishes. These Petri dishes over here, they're gonna be the nightmare. They were at least the nightmare of the previous playthrough. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna be a nightmare in this playthrough as well, because we make them over here in these. Let's put some lamps over here, even though we don't have a lot of power. A couple of lamps will be fine. These are made over here in these microorganism mines. And the microorganism mines, they take like a full Petri dish, you put it in there. I'm not quite sure what they're mining, but basically they're taking the Petri dish, pushing it into the dirt, forgetting it in the corner, and out comes incubated Petri dish, because that's how Petri dishes are being incubated. Good. And to make the Petri dishes, we need to make some agar. For that, we need some seaweed. We have a little seaweed farm over here, straight on the coastline. And the seaweed over here, we cook it up with some steam into some agar. And then we just take some agar, we take an empty Petri dish, and out it goes. Good, 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 good. The Petri dishes, of course, come from our glass facility. The glass facility that we have down here is still working fine. Every now and then, still, I have to switch away from gasoline into something like aromatics or something else. Just to keep this thing over here operational. Good God, that's loud. But things are kind of moving. The only thing that's not really moving at the moment is down here, the big Coke machine. Well, it's not really a dedicated Coke machine, but this thing over here is definitely having issues moving around. And I guess most of the issue is currently not enough trees. Though that is kind of catching up again. So I guess it should be fine. But yeah, these belts over here, these should actually be full. Not quite sure why they're not full. It is because we're not getting enough pitch. And we're not getting enough pitch because we are still backed up by creosote. Now, for the creosote backup, we did have a solution over here. But the solution does not really seem to be working that well. One thing you can do with creosote oil, and that's maybe something you should remember. You can turn one piece of wood into 2 pieces of treated wood. Now, one piece of wood has a fuel value of 2,000 megajoules. 2 pieces of treated wood have 4,000 megajoules each. So that's 8,000 megajoules of energy. If you want to burn off your creosote in, for example, a small little boiler over here or something like that, dunk that stuff over some trees and turn that into some treated wood, and you're gonna be golden. You're gonna be absolutely golden. Now, I think I might need the second one of these, because I don't think we are consuming creosote fast enough, because it just keeps on backing up over here. And we are also not really getting that many trees in, but then again, I don't think we need that many. We only need like 1 every 2 seconds. So yeah, there's definitely more coming out over here. So probably getting some more creosote in here is also a good idea. But keep in mind, the whole base over here is also in a low power state at the moment. Now, we don't have to worry about the brownout. Even though our power over here is sometimes in the red, we do not have a single machine that requires power to make power. So we are more or less brownout proof at the moment. We are only running on fossil fuels. So even if power over here is in the red, it might not be the best for the base. Things will slow down, but things will not go crashing down on us. At least that's something, but it's still not very good in my opinion. Nevertheless, we are working our way over here through the research tree. Geothermal power over here is very close by. And to make geothermal power, we need steel plates, engines, electric mining drills, and simple circuit boards. All of these were things that we had to do before this. And then the geothermal water over here, we can straight up turn that into steam. So there's no in between, there's no weird salt or anything. We just turn that into steam. And I think we can straight up, wait, is there a turbine or something like that? No, I think we just put that stuff as it is in one of our steam engines, which means we make 60 geothermal wastewater, or geothermal water we consume per second, so we make 30 steam per second. So if that is true for every hub, that would mean every hub would make 30 steam per second. That would mean we could add 2 turbines running at full temperature, because the steam we get over here from the geothermal has 500 degrees. We could run 2 turbines at full temperature, and if we have a quick peek at one of these turbines, there's one. You can see over here. If I mouse over correctly, okay, that is a bit weird. But they can make up to 7.3 megawatts of power if they run with 500 degrees steam. If we have 2 of them, then that will be 15. And we got 3 nodes over there, so that's 45 over here. And if we somehow manage to go all the way over there, then we could put another 4 over there. And I think we might also have some geothermal water. That's rare earth ore over there. No, that's all biters, biters, biters. It's a little bit annoying that this is the same color as the biters. But, yeah, we will make do. We will make do. I don't think I see anything else on the map. No. Oh, wait. Is that? No, that's a biter nest. God dang it. Good. In terms of ore processing and outposting, I don't think we've done anything, with the exception of making, of course, this magnificent thing and making sure that it works. This took some time, especially in the farming section over here. Be sure, if you start a game of Pyanodons, that you make yourself familiar with the farming recipes, because every farming recipe takes a while to start up. You need to make a couple of the animals to make more of the animals. You need to make a couple of the plants to make more of the plants. And sometimes that initial startup can take a while. Even more important later on, for example, if we take a look at the rocks over here, we do get at some point in time the rock upgrade recipe, and you get 2 of them. You get like one of them, which is basically the upgrade from a previous tier of rock into a higher tier of rock. I don't see what the difference is between these 2. This one over here is... Oh, no, this is the generation 1. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, you can set it up in a way that you try to breed like a Mark II, and you can see over here, there's a 0.5% chance that you get one. So it's gonna take some time before, and you have to be a little bit lucky to get one. As soon as you have like one, you can use either this recipe or this recipe to set up the breeding cycle. And you probably want to start off with this one. Yeah, to start up the breeding cycle. And that also takes quite a lot of time. And upgrading these rocks to the Mark II is definitely a good idea, because they increase the speed in general. Now, I don't think we get the rock paddock Mark II yet. Where do we get that? Is that over here? Wait, then that's the rock Mark II, the rock Mark II. Or did they take out the higher tier paddocks? No, the higher tier paddocks are still in. We get that over here. And higher tier paddocks over here, the only thing they have in difference is they have the same crafting speed, but they allow more modules in them. But this over here is chemical science, so probably next year. Good. But yeah, that is more or less the quintessence of today's stream. We talked a whole bunch of things about, well, the streams are always special because it's not really about the game. It's more about the chat interactions, and I just love talking to Twitch chat because you guys are all bloody amazing. And sure, so if you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of those actions does help me out in growing this YouTube channel to something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/BoldViking, where we probably play some Pyanodons, maybe. We also play some XCOM over there and some RimWorld. And without further ado, I wish you all an amazing evening. And until next time, see you around!